Welcome to the Living Room Conversation podcast, where education meets fun through deep, meaningful conversations around relationship, mental health, career challenges, or simply finding joy in everyday life.
Our podcast gives you valuable insights, practical tips, and laughter along the way. I'm your host, Tasha.
And I'm Mia.
Get comfy, grab a drink or snack, and join us in the conversation. Hey y'all, welcome back to the Living Room Conversation. I'm Tasha.
I'm Mia. What's up?
And we back with another week.
Hey, we already got some.
Hey y'all.
IG.
Hey y'all. So you know the title, you see the title. Our title is getting your spiritual toolkit together because we're celebrating mental health week or month.
Yes,
so
mental health month.
Well, how many more weeks we got?
Next week. And
okay.
Then, I think it's 5 weeks.
Okay, this month was like an extra week because I'm like, how the heck?
Yeah, we had one other month like that too.
Yeah.
But yes,
I know. So you know how we do. We do a mental health check-in. So we always start with Mia. How you feeling?
You know.
Now, when you hear, you know. Like you hear that.
I'm good. I am like, today was like a little sluggish day where I just, something about the rain and stuff like that. I just, especially if it's like a Friday.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to relax. But I had an appointment scheduled, and then they rescheduled for next Friday. So then I booked somebody else, and that person canceled. So I just was like, maybe it was meant for me today. Just kind of take it easy and relax. Hey, I ain't mad at it, but no, I'm doing good though. Just like sometimes you feel like you just gotta push through. So I'm doing that. But that's why I like this episode because it's things that I do in my life. When you have a lot against you, you have to develop like your spiritual armor. You feel me? And so that's what's in the toolkit.
Toolkit, yes, you gotta have a toolkit. Yeah. So, well, it wasn't a bad week, but it was like one of those weeks where you gotta push through. Okay, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
For me, the enemy was busy.
Yeah.
It was okay because I know how to get through that. I know. I'm aware of what's going on.
Like the stage.
Yeah. I'm aware of what's going on because, I feel like certain things are happening to me because I'm about to get to that next level.
Yeah.
And you know how you feel like you about to
get
over
it was just on the front page of the paper.
Yes.
Last week we told you about our mama certified issue.
Oh, I want to get that. I want to get that.
But I had found one paper and I told her and I was like, hey, man, front page, and we didn't even know, we didn't even know it was going.
Yeah, that was right.
So that was just like the little cherry on top. If you don't like cherry sprinkles, whatever, a little chocolate,
whipped cream,
whatever.
Okay, y'all, I'm sorry, my ass had to go grab it because let me tell you something. When Mia said she called me this, I'm like, what? She was like, guess who's on the front paper? And I'm like, who? She was like, girl, you. That's crazy to hear. Girl, you. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And we do a lot of work anyways, and we're working with Queens Village and just in our personal journey and in our business, but to just see that last week and to have some things going on this week, I kind of already knew what time it was, you know. So here I am, y'all. Period. Me and my babies.
Yes.
Hold on, let's see things. Me and my babies is on the front page. I shared a lot of my birthday story. If you want to listen to last week's podcast, you'll kind of know it'll catch you up to what we're talking about now. But I was just super excited to see me and my babies on there for Mother's Day, and then they can actually have it, when they get older and they can see, especially Kendall, because this actually, if I didn't go through that birth with her, I wouldn't be on the front page. So I always thank my daughter, baby, you came down here for real for lessons, but you came down here to really push mommy forward. And I thought about that shit today. I was like,
for real.
Dang.
When you tap into the beauty of life and just the beauty of like purpose and
Mhm.
destiny and all that. Like you start, and just the beauty of motherhood.
Yeah.
You know, because it can definitely get ghetto.
Oh, it's ghetto every day.
It gets ghetto. It can be a lot, you know. But it's like there's so much beauty
Mhm.
in it. There's so much like growth and like you learn about yourself. You learn about other
Mhm.
people.
Yeah.
If you allow yourself, because I don't feel like everybody learns the same things. But
No, and well, people don't take advantage
or
of.
enjoy the journey.
Yeah, that's what I'm about
It's
to
more
say.
like a burden, or
Right. Well, sometimes people not even aware that it's a journey, right?
Yeah.
Because they not even aware of themselves, so they don't know like, oh, this is a journey, or believing in their spiritual side of themselves, like
Mhm.
God, whoever you believe in,
Mhm.
to get you to that next level. They think like, oh, I'm cursed, or this is the devil work. And,
Yeah.
they start to put spells on themselves, and then that's what happens. So I don't think a lot of people know that this is like why we go through things.
Mhm.
But because I was that girl, I didn't know. But when I became aware, I was like, okay, like I need to utilize this.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you took me through this. Oh, okay. Bam. Okay. I know what to do with this. Like,
Mhm.
it must be something in the future for me. If you
Mhm.
made me go through this,
Mhm.
I know there's a better outcome,
Mhm.
and when I start to like really not take my pain, I get it's harder. It's easy said than done.
Mhm.
But not take my pain and like feel pity or guilty for myself.
Yeah.
And start to take that same pain and like, okay, well, let me fix this.
Yeah.
Like it's like a puzzle or like
Yeah.
a vase falling on the ground. It's like,
Mhm.
all right,
Yeah.
cool. It could be many pieces or it can be big ass pieces.
Mhm.
Like, all right, let me piece this puzzle together. And I think that's where I found enjoyment of like really pushing through a lot of my mental health.
Mhm.
It's like I'm gonna look at this as just a big ass game. And that's how I've been going through life.
Yeah.
It's just looking at it as just a Mario game.
Yeah.
You gotta go to different levels. Mario, you would every time you drop down or you fall down in that little hole in that portal, you gotta go right back to your lesson.
Yes. That's so funny that you said something about Mario, because it took my mind to. It was some meme like floating around. So you can tell when a woman got the Mario coins knocked out of her or something.
I cannot stand you. The stuff that me and be thinking about, bro.
Girl, make a step.
Right. Joke out.
Sorry, y'all.
But anyway,
drink to that.
Yeah, please. So, but yeah, like it I looked at everything as like Mario game. It's like browser. When you play the game of Mario, you trying to ultimately beat the big beast. Browser, right? Why the fuck do we want to get to browser?
Yeah.
The scary man.
Yeah.
Why do you want to get to this big ass man on the top of the mountain? And it was like, and I never understood that as a kid playing the game. I'm thinking like, oh, we playing the game and we about to go defeat this guy. But I felt like, oh, you're defeating your higher self, but then your lower self, like it's coming hand in hand with each other.
Yeah.
But then it's like every time you try to get to your higher self, you got to go through the ugly shit. So every time you fell down, he had to go back to the first level. All right, I fell down. This is what I did wrong. Let me correct it. Now I'm in round 2. I'm on level 2. And I just feel like life is just literally like the game of Mario.
It is. And that's even like on a professional thing, like why they are taking people who don't have the degrees but have the lived experiences.
Exactly.
That's like a student of life.
It is. I did not know. Somebody just told me.
And I used to feel ashamed for feeling like I was, like I'm in school. It's just a different school,
Yeah.
But like, no, like I feel very confident in that now. Like I can stand in that and be comfortable.
Yeah.
And know like that it doesn't matter what the world says. Like I know who I am. You feel me? And it's solidified. Like,
and it's so funny you said that because a lot of people. And not knocking college degrees, right? I'm not knocking that because congratulations to whoever decided to go get their master's, PhD, whatever you got in your life. But what I can say is a company, or corporate America. One thing I learned in corporate America, I can get a job before somebody have a doctorate degree. Why? It's because I got life experience. They like to see life experience because they know that you already went through your mistakes, right? So you're not gonna pull none of that toxic behavior or traits and bring into the company because I got wisdom, like I'm knowledgeable, and somebody that got like a degree that haven't been through the world of life, they like, oh, she's about to start. It's like a baby. It's like you're stepping into corporate America. You just got out of school. You still have that school mentality. You don't have the street mentality or the real world mentality. So when you're going through corporate America, they're seeing these mistakes.
Yeah.
It can cost them a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I'm not knocking that, but I'm just saying, like, I've seen it happen before. Personally, I've gotten jobs over people with degrees.
Like, it's a benefit to both.
Yeah, it is
just like people with maybe lived experience don't know like all the certain protocols, different. Like it's certain things that you're gonna learn. When you get that education.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I mean, it's
that's how you learn your skill and your craft.
Yeah.
It's both sides to the fence.
Oh, yeah,
so I guess the real thing I'm saying is, it don't matter what journey you decide to do. Like, don't never think somebody that got this credential or that credential that you're less than that person that maybe had, went the right path, because no path is the right path.
It can still lead you down the same one.
Exactly. It's the same path.
Yeah. It's just you chose a different route to get there.
Yeah.
But it's going to lead you back to wherever you were meant to go anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Well, that was that.
And that was that. Yeah, so tonight we're talking about crafting our spiritual toolkit. And so tonight is like a special night for us because we want to share with you guys what we put in our spiritual toolkit, right? And so it might be a little different, but this is what have gotten me and Mia to the next level. Not only just like when it comes to business or like job or anything like that, but like the next level of like rebirthing ourselves constantly throughout our journey. But it took for us to literally have some type of routine one and a spiritual toolkit. And so when I was going through deep depression, I didn't know that you needed a spiritual toolkit, right? Because we look at people as our toolkit. A lot of times we look at people as our toolkit, and so then we lean on other people to find out that people would disappoint you, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Or help you out, like, you know what I mean? Like, depends.
I need this in my toolkit because of you.
Yeah. For real. So I realized that when I was trying to lean on people to help me out with my mental health, and ultimately it came down to me, I just didn't have that spiritual toolkit to give me back. So we're gonna show y'all what we mean when we say spiritual toolkit. You can share.
I mean, the first thing is the sage, because we always come through with that.
I know.
Just the smell of it, it makes me feel so like good, So sage is one thing. We also have the Palo Santo, which is another. And don't be getting all scared of sage. Like, you got sage in your cabinet.
Yeah, right. You cook with sage.
No, seriously.
You burn sage. When you're cooking, you're burning sage just in a different form.
It's literally in a different, and there's different types of sage.
It is.
So
and it's a Native American practice, right? If I know a lot of origins about Native Americans, and people say don't burn sage because it's kind of like a disrespect to the culture, but at the same time, this is what they did. They picked their own sage, they burnt sage to really for health reasons too, because it cleans the air. It does. So a lot of people saying like it's negative, but studies have came back. Burning sage actually was killing the coronavirus. It was killing a lot of disease because I don't know what it is about sage and what that you call it, that the properties of it,
the healing properties,
that kills
but that's like a lot of different herbs and stuff, tea tree oils, like antibacterial, like you have a lot of things that were given to us, and it's all around us that we don't know of, like the healing properties of these things. But that comes with knowledge and education, and experience. I mean, some people, they'll never tap into that. Yeah. And that's okay.
But they got herbs in their cabinet.
Right.
We like cook with it every single day,
It's not evil. Like, it's not. But I just, that's a whole
I think it's just miseducation. I feel like
it is.
I feel like this is what one thing I do want to say is that people choose not to get out of the box. People be so stuck in their own bubble
That's
that
true.
they're not willing to grow because of they being
Because I was
indoctrinated.
told,
Because your mama probably told you a lie. How you know your mama ain't lying? God damn. Your mama could just adopt shit that she just made up in her head. Like, I ain't even trying to be funny, but she probably done made some shit up in her head. And she over there and told you some stuff and you done passed it on for a generation. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. Your mama was wrong now. No, on a different note, I feel like just people don't want to get out of their own way, and they don't want to go and study. Like, baby, like there's books around us that we actually have studied these ancient knowledge when it comes to like just everything in the world.
It's like, it reminds me of that phrase where people like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But just because it ain't broke don't mean it's not running efficiently, or that it could be,
it needs some
improvement.
You know?
Like it could be updated some, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that you have to, like, again, it goes back to like being a student of life, because you know that things are constantly evolving, changing, you know, and you have to give yourself permission to change with it, or to, you know, unlearn things that maybe you thought, you know, because I've definitely done that when it comes to not just my mindset, even certain foods. Like, I said I didn't like things just because my mom didn't like them.
Right.
You know, or I said I didn't like things just because of the way it looked, or, you know, whatever the reason. And then as an adult, you know, over the last few years, I'm like, I gave myself room to like explore those things again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, maybe I don't like them like this, but I can do it like this, or, you know, like you have to see what works for you.
Yeah.
You know, but I think it's very important just to always remain like open.
I agree, because it's so funny going back to what you said. Like, my mom used to like certain things and I didn't like it because, you know, my mom said it was nasty, whatever. And it reminded me of like, you got to start getting out of your own environment too, because that's the thing. We be so stuck in our environments and like people around us that sometimes we become robots. Like, you really got to go around different people and different cultures and realize, like,
because I be like, it's people that it has certain things, and I know it's certain things that I have not done because of my own fears and stuff. But like so I guess it does sound crazy when I say certain things. They be like, what? And I be like, yes, but because then I be hearing certain things, and I be like, what? Yeah, like, you know, but I think it is environment. It definitely is environment. For sure, you know.
The reason why I've learned that it was environment, because early on, I wanted to, you know, I was meant to travel, so I wanted to travel, and I became the over-road truck driver. And when we had to take back roads, so we was running to Indian reservation. Yes, there is still Indian reservations with teepees and bulls and stuff running around in Montana and Idaho and all these different places. We so stuck in a box, and you think that shit is fantasy and movies or whatever the case might be. I'm like, no, this is like normal. Yeah. So I started going to see like different cultures, how they move, and going to all these different states, and I realized that there is so much more, and that your own little city that you're in can literally make your mindset so minute that it keeps you stagnant so bad. Yeah. And so when I saw just this different culture, it just made me want to like explore. So I start to like eat different foods, and I start to not practice different things, but just like, you know, get in a routine of like being cultural, like being you know, diverse in my ways. And so that's really what made me look at everything else like, dang, we are really in the way of our own self in so many different ways. And it really comes down to your environment and your family. Like, they will keep you thinking that the world is like this fucking small, when really the world is so fucking big. And what you're doing in your day-to-day life is like, I wouldn't say nothing, but it's like, just open up a little bit.
You know what it reminds me of? Speaking of saying opening up, right? It reminds me, like, because I was thinking of my shirt. So my shirt says "Do your thing," and she has on. So it's green, which is very, you know, Taurus, Earth energy,
Yeah.
you know. And then she has on brown and then a sunflower, and it made me think of like me being like the stock. And you know, like when you're amongst flowers, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you know, have all these different flowers, but some flowers they grow the highest
Yeah.
amongst all those flowers, you know, and it's like about standing out. And sometimes, you know, you may look around and you see all the shorter flowers and you're like,
Yeah.
why I'm not down there, why I'm so high, why I'm so big, because they might be coming at you like, you know what I mean, like, look at you up there,
You're so
you're
big,
big.
I need to chop your ass down, like facts.
You know, and sometimes you have to be brave, like you have to be so brave and just be like, you know what, I'm a bloom without filter, I'm a bloom without restriction,
Right.
you know, I'm just gonna be free and like just be the light, you know. You cannot like pass a sunflower. If you see sunflowers growing, like there's no way it stands out so much, you know. And I definitely feel like that's like one of my like spirit totem things, like for sure.
No, seriously, and you know that she pointed this out. This wasn't even planned.
No, it wasn't.
And like I so I, you know, was outside today.
Right.
You know, not outside, but just a little bit outside, right? Because I don't got my kids. Y'all, I ain't got my fucking.
Hey, it's quiet.
It's quiet.
Hear that.
So y'all know there's difference in me. Like when I'm not distracted. Don't worry about the relationship. audio might have went out on here because the mic went out.
Dang.
I don't know. Give me a second, y'all.
Did it come on?
Yeah, I think so. Hold on, y'all. See, we don't have, my kids is gone, so we don't know.
See, baby, good thing.
Right? It's, can you just take that out?
Yes. We should be good. Okay.
We should be good.
Okay. But
sorry if the audio went out on Facebook, y'all. I don't want to end IG. I really want to check this audio. All right. Anybody on Facebook, let me know if y'all can hear. I know IG can hear us, but give me a second. Yeah, because I noticed the mic was out because we had people in there and it like completely like went down.
Okay. I mean, I know people were in there for like a while.
Wow,
Yeah.
too.
So
and then the mic must have failed and then it went down because I noticed that because I was like 0.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, the mic must have failed. Sorry, y'all.
Okay. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, but like sometimes like our children can be mirrors to like the things that we need to work on, you know, and how we show up for our children is really how we gonna show up for ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, especially that inner child within us. And sometimes we want our children, like you were saying, like you can't expect your children to they're gonna do what you do.
Exactly.
They're not gonna do what you tell them to do.
Right.
You know, they're gonna do what you do. And oh, the video. Oh, you gotta sneeze. But like, I think, you know, people like, especially with this generation, like, you know, millennials raising these, what, Gen X or Gen Z or whatever. I don't even know.
Gen Z. I'm a millennial.
ABC. But like, as
Yes,
millennials,
80s,
I definitely feel like we're doing things differently than what our parents did. But then some of our generation is not raising their kids. Like, they're outside too damn much.
Too much.
You know, and then we have this generation that's like, feel like, oh, they're so lost. Oh, they're so troubled. Well, imagine if your parent was trying to be your age.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, there's a disconnect. And like I said, as a parent, like, you have to, I definitely feel like my children help me grow spiritually, emotionally, mentally, just all around, like financially. You know, like I started braiding my kids' hair. Like, that's how I started developing my craft.
Yeah.
They were right there. You know, it's like I had an idea and I'm like, okay, they're right here. Let me practice on them.
Yeah.
You know, and so like you have to honor them. You know, like the people be like, well, we ain't asked to be here.
Sorry, we back and we back. I see it.
Okay.
We got.
Okay, sorry Facebook.
Sorry
Our mic
Facebook.
that went out, but
it went up, but it just went back down.
Okay.
So,
but yeah,
it's fine.
But yeah, like, you know, it's like you have to honor them in all you do. You know, like as I've gotten older, like I realized, like, my children, I have to equip them with certain things to help them get through this world.
Yeah.
Not just things that I can hand to them, but habits, tools, you know, sharing things that maybe help me, you know, and that's important. Like, our children are up against so much, not just spiritually, but like, I mean, there's just so much in this world that they have access to that we didn't. And so sometimes I don't even think like people truly understand like what they may truly be going through.
Yeah. Ooh, that's so.
Especially like the teenagers.
Yeah.
Like,
and they have to like live this, I guess, persona.
Yeah.
Like all the younger girls are starting to like mature so quick, but it's like you got to keep up now because social media.
Social media.
And it's like, and even with the young kids, I feel like my daughter is struggling a little bit. I feel like all our children, it's not nothing we're doing as parents. I just really think that the world is just, it's pivoting.
Yeah.
And you can't hide them from so much stuff. mean, it's a balance, but I feel like my daughter, even in school, when you go to school, even if you have a certain lifestyle at home, they still got to go into the real world and experience these children that's so disconnected or so robotic. And then they come home and they start mimicking things because they feel like their life is abnormal. And it's like, no, baby, they not saying their life is abnormal, but it's like, no, you come from a different type of upbringing. And my daughter is having a hard time understanding that these children they're not adaptable. They're not like affectionate how they used to be. These kids are very like, disconnected, I guess you want to say.
Yeah, like even like
a lot of them are.
Yeah, I definitely. But it's the overstimulation. A person is gonna disconnect somewhere. When they're like overstimulated or just all these things like environmental things, social things, like it's like an overload, and then boom, they disconnect. They feel depressed or they feel, it's like it's just. I don't know. That is so much. Like when I think about it, like that was something like during COVID that I really talked to my kids about. Like, how do y'all feel? Like because their whole life changed, and then I was like, kids are, everybody else complaining about work and going to the store and this and that. And it's like, what about all these kids? Like their whole lives have just been completely, shaken up. And I mean, my kids did virtual for 2 years, so. That's
a big pivot.
It was, and I noticed how they were struggling. Like my straight A honor student was like, that was one of the hardest times in her life. She's like, I could not keep up with the work.
Wow.
And then other kids, like teachers came and controlled the classroom, and and kids feeling like they're not getting attention or they're not getting like what they need.
Yeah, they're not getting what they need.
Yeah.
And COVID did shake up a lot of stuff. It's so crazy because it was the opposite for me. My daughter, she thrived more in the environment of her not going to school. She did not she's never been a school person.
Yeah.
So she didn't like to go to school. And then when she was at home, she was happy. She was like the happiest kid. She excelled.
Yeah.
She thought the COVID was the best time of her life. Leave it up to my daughter.
They some social butterflies. Yeah, they like to.
Yeah, my kid was 6 years old
at
at the time.
Yeah,
so it's different. She's still mommy.
Yeah,
attached to me.
So what do you have in your kit?
Okay, so let's see. One thing I have in my spiritual kit that keeps like in my morning routine, I always use this to kind of like refresh my day. Like I have coffee, like that's fine to wake me up if I'm really, really tired. But most of the time I drink tea.
Okay.
So this is what like grounds me. I have this, well, not this particular tea. I ran out of my other tea, but me drinking tea is like, I don't know, it makes me refresh, like a fruit juice or like a smoothie or something, like a fresh smoothie with like real fruit. And some tea. That's kind of how I get my morning start, because I feel like morning time is the best time.
Yeah.
It's like morning time is important and bedtime is important, right? Because it's like how you wake up, but it starts with how you went to sleep. So if you went to sleep all frustrated,
it's like a cycle,
It's literally a full circle.
Yeah.
It's like rise, sleep, whatever. So in a rising, I have to personally have something that makes me feel good. Even if it's me playing my music or lighting an incense or whatever it is. Sometimes it don't always be the same. Sometimes it's not every day.
Always about music and a candle or incense or something.
Right.
I do that every morning.
Yeah, seriously, but you gotta have that to get you into the spirit of really wanting to start your day, because like this day about to be real heavy for me.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, let me just prep myself for the day or the world, because like I'm always at home. I'm an introvert, so it's like the world that's a whole nother world out there. It's very chaotic, so I'm like, I gotta be in control of me. But if I'm not in control of me, I need to figure it out. So yes, tea is something that I like to use in my spiritual toolkit. All right, so you saw me hitting this. This is my this is my
portable gas stove.
My gas stove. You don't know. Oh, wrong way. All right, this is my guess though. Y'all guess what y'all think I was doing with this. All right, cool. I love going camping. I'm a nature girl. My ass would be outside.
That'll be so fun. We gotta have us like a camping experience.
I know.
That would be so. I've been wanting to go camping my whole life.
Yeah,
like my whole life.
I love camping. That's something we do all the time. It's my daughter in Cub Scouts, so that's that's something we do in Cub Scouts anyways. But I grew up camping. I used to go to Camp Joy my whole childhood from the summertime. My mom used to send us. That's why I'm so damn henny around here. Like I need a husband. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but say I can get it done too.
It gets done. You know, I can use a drill and a hammer, all that. But that just came from me going camping all the time. Like I had to develop these skills, and then I had a kid, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, what you want to do? She like, I don't know. I just want to do some type of camping. Well, okay, cool. We'll go to Cub Scouts. You know, that gives us an excuse to do it. So, anyways, we were supposed to go camping tomorrow, but it's supposed to be raining in the forecast, so we're gonna sit this out. But that's really what I like in my spiritual toolkit. It's like to get into nature, detach, like we was talking about social media, detach from the world, bills, whatever, and like go out in nature and be inside.
Like having that quiet time.
Yeah, that quiet time is very important for me. So that's important. You know, I'm gonna pull this out. I'm a nerd, y'all. So I love to study, even on social media. I'm always on YouTube. So I'm a study head. Like I love reading books. I like fact checking. Like so, y'all don't come for me. Cause like if y'all try to tell me some stuff, I'll be like, listen, I done fact check. Cause I already done figured it out. I done broke the code to this world. No, but I love to study. This is one of my favorite books, my herbal book, and I like teas, so it just kind of give you like different recipes and stuff. And if you like wild foraging, you can kind of look and see like what plants and stuff. So like with my children, it's fun to have them look through the book. If they find like a plant, we'll go in the book and like look like, all right, this is a motherwort book. I'm laughing because I looked at this page because it's got so many good properties. But anyways, my kids come in here and see if like they can actually use it for teas or something like dandelions. My daughter come in here with a lot of dandelions. Like, Mama, can you turn this into tea? So, you know, right? But I like to educate. Like, I'm a teacher by heart. Yeah. I didn't go to school for teaching, but I'm a teacher by heart. But I also like to study because knowledge is power, and I love knowledge. Like, and so one of this books y'all gotta get is called "What They Never Told You in History Class," right? So I teach you a lot about your ancestors and
what they say. If you don't want Black people to know something, put in the book.
Exactly. If you don't want the Black people to know something, put in the book. So this is one of my.
They think we don't read.
They think we don't read. I mean, it's a lot of people that don't read.
No, for real, it is.
And but this is how I kind of navigated my life. I had to get the knowledge. Like it's easy said and done. Like you can hear people talk about like certain things, like history and where we come from as beings, as you know, our ancestors. But it's different when you actually like to go searching for it to get fact checked. Yeah. And so when you fact check, can't nobody tell you nothing. Even though they said man-made book, okay, yeah, that's fine and dandy. But when it aligns with my spirit, and I can take my knowledge and my physical part of my knowledge and match it with my spiritual part of my wisdom and knowledge, I know truth is true. Yeah. You know, I know what's truth. I can decipher what's real and what's fake. Yeah. So, and
that's kind of like the Bible, because it'd be so much controversy around that. But like we was talking about Psalms, and I was like, isn't Psalms like a book of, I said protection or something like that? Psalms, and then I looked it up, and it was, and it said that it was a book of prayers and poems that bring you protection, inspiration, and blessings. And I remember, like as a child, I went to Zion Temple, that church in Abbeville. I went there from preschool, kindergarten, first grade. Left there because my first grade teacher forced me to drink milk and then paddled me because I vomited. What? Yeah, it was crazy. Like my mama and my daddy get up there like, but yeah, so like during that time period in my life, I think that that's when people really saw my light, because I could read like at 4 years old. I was like, my memory was like impeccable.
That's crazy.
And they would have me like, I have memories of me being so little in this room being filled, and they have me like quote Psalms, and it's like a room full of people, you know. And I was so little, like I just remember like everybody being so big, you know. But like so, Psalms has always been my favorite.
Yes.
I particularly love Psalms 23 and 4.
Right here.
You feel me? That's like one of my favorites. And it talk about, you know, walking through the valley of the shadow of death. And for me, the shadow of death had been my own shadow at times. You know, and through our shadow, going back to the candle reference, because the light is what helps us kind of illuminate those dark spaces. And so the shadow of death kind of always brings me back to like that Christ consciousness, because I feel like that Christ consciousness is like being the light and using your light as a source, you know, for like a guiding light for people in the world. And so yeah, that was like one of those ones. Like I don't care if I'm not going to church or whatever. Like that's just, it's some things that are ingrained.
It's
in
ingrained
us.
in you.
It's ingrained, and you know, I've had my like spirituality journey where I'm like kind of, you know, I was mad at religion for a while and just how, you know, but like I've learned that it's okay for me to resonate with different things. I don't have to be what people say. You know, I have to be like, I can resonate with different things, you know, because I do have Native American in me, and I'm sure I probably got some African in me, and, you know, so
we've got mixtures of everything.
We have mixtures of everything. So a part of my soul, that's a part of my purpose, you know, is aligning with those lost aspects of me. You know, and so when I relate to yoga or burning sage and people like, oh, you evil, you a witch. It's like,
you seen that freaking thing going around talking about
crystals and all that. Literally, if you go through the Bible, right, crystals were used as protection and stuff. The armors, they had crystal armor.
It comes from earth, so God made. That's why I say it's like a lot of hypocrite in religion, and that's
for sure.
And it's not even that we don't like a religion. I'm glad you said something about it. It's because like even though I practice spirituality. Spirituality is just saying of knowing thyself. You knowing yourself and know where you come from. You are tapped into your spirit side of yourself outside of this physical body. Like how people say Yahshua, Yahweh, Allah, Buddha, Buddhism, whatever religion you study. They were all tapped into their spiritual side and was able to reach a point to where they can say, hey, listen, there is... when you get to your higher self, you become into your power. And that is what religion was stemmed from. But of course, throughout time, it was reread, and then it started becoming indoctrinated, and it started becoming a place to where people worship a book more so than worship the spirit that lies within. Okay, so we're going to talk about what Bible means, right? So if you want to know about the Bible basically means basic instructions before leaving earth. That's what the Bible symbolizes. The Bible just gives you basic instructions before you transition, and how to live a holy version of yourself, Christ consciousness, and tapping into a spirit that can reach unlimited territories, right? And being able to tap into that energy, because everything is energy, right? And so I feel like with that being said, it's like when I awaken into knowing the other side of things, right? It goes way deep. I realized that we need these as tools because people say, oh, I F the Bible. It's like, no.
There's some good stuff in there.
It's basic instructions before leaving the earth. And that's what pretty much Yahshua, whatever name you want to put on it, right? That's what he was trying to say and show you is to how you properly. Now, how they depicted him and how he died might have not been fucking true. Okay? Like, let's be real. Like, you wasn't there. You don't know if that was true or not. That's some shit that somebody made up. I don't know what. But I'm just saying.
You know what's crazy? It just made me think of something, though, because about a month ago, my aunt said a comment to me. She was like, Mia, you've been walking on water. And it made me think to the Bible where Jesus, yes, like walking on water, you know. But and even like with the Red Sea parting, but it was like when I thought of it, because I'm like, I can't even swim. I'm not physically walking on water, but it's the like the miracles, you know, the abundance. Like water is information, right? We was talking about it's being intuitive, and it's like, you know, that deep like knowledge, like you're walking on that, like you're walking in that knowing, you know, in that like that vastness of, I mean, water is everywhere.
It's everywhere.
You know,
it's
like, and it cannot be contained. You know, go try to pick up the ocean. You know,
seriously.
And so, like, it just made me think of that, like, when you said that, because, like, everything doesn't have to be literal.
Everything isn't literal.
It's like, I feel like it's a lot of metaphors in the Bible, like, symbolic of things. Like, because I'm like, she told me I'm walking on, like, I'm obviously not walking on water, you know, but it's like almost doing the impossible.
No, seriously. And that was the thing. It's like you make whatever you feel like. You make your own reality. You shape that. This is just a tool.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm going through some deep, dark things, I don't turn to the Bible. Maybe I turn and maybe get a scripture out of there as a reminder. But I don't take it for like face value, like what people make it to be. You know what I'm saying? I use it to ground me in some areas. And that's really what it was for. It's like when you losing hope, go within, but also get encouragement.
Yeah.
And so I feel like, you know, we can go deep when it comes to this thing right here, this Bible right here. But I also feel like I have the Quran. I have the Book of Enoch. I have I forgot the name. It's, people know it's different religions. So I pull from different sources because then I realized everything still come back to who? You.
Yeah.
That's it. It literally comes back to you.
Yeah.
And you doing what you need to be to walk in obedience.
Because whatever leads you to your higher self.
Just whatever, right? Because if God said he lives within you and the universe is within you, and you got to go into solitude and you got to go in quiet into prayer, you got to go into you to reach higher, to communicate.
Yeah.
It still go back to who?
Yeah.
You.
Yeah. And speaking of prayer, because like, I mean, because even with prayer, like if you don't allow yourself to like receive it, you know, you can feel like it's not gonna, your prayers are not working. You know, like you even with that have to like, but like that's in my toolkit is because words are so powerful.
Yeah.
You know, and your prayers like don't have to be like something that is like so hard or challenging, you know, for you to do. Like it's literally a conversation.
Yeah.
You know, it's asking for what you want, you know, and kind of you can use like something like the Bible to kind of reiterate what God said, what God promised, to be like, okay, this is what you said, you know, this is your word, right? You know, so like it's kind of like it's important to know certain things, right? Because what if like the rules, like you go to school, they got rules, or you go to court and it's like, well, hold on, you know, there's rules, there's things you said, there's laws put into place. So it's kind of the same thing.
That's why
like
they say
having the knowledge.
That's why they say the tongue is a powerful thing.
Yeah.
It's what you say. It's what you put out. It's what's gonna be held against.
Right. That's like if an officer come to your house and like, oh, what? Let me in and search you. It's like, hold on, no, it says you're not allowed to in my house without a search warrant. That's the difference between somebody not knowing what the word says,
the law. Yeah,
you feel me? Versus a person knowing and invoking their rights.
Exactly. And so that's where a lot of studying has to come into play to know your rights or to be able to walk a path.
Yeah.
I guess they say walk a path of righteousness.
Yeah.
Go walk a path, right? Yeah. And so it's like it's still universal law because it all still happens in the physical world, but it also happens in the spiritual world too. It's levels to this thing.
It does. And I think even if you don't know, like you don't have to know the Bible, or you don't have to know, like but your spirit knows.
Your spirit knows.
We can listen into like Bob Marley, like love is his religion. You can tune into the energy of your heart.
Oh, I want to play my singing role.
But you can tune into the frequency. Oh, we got some comments. Hey, ladies. Oh, what she said. Read Psalms. Is that 46?
Read Psalms. Okay. Hold on. Wait.
Sorry, we got some comments on IG. I ain't got my glass.
Sorry, y'all. Okay, and I ain't trying to show my
that is the new rock.
Hey, ladies, just read Psalms 46,
Oh,
chapter 1.
Or
no, sorry, chapter 46.
So because I want to pull that out. Because that could be something right there that somebody needs.
Okay, we need to go to Psalms.
But yes, shout out to the new rock goddess.
Okay.
46.
Did she say 46 or 48? So 46. 46.
Well, maybe I'll
go for 46, verse 1. I think. Let me double check.
Okay.
46 verse 1. Yep.
Good. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore, we will not fear, though the earth gives way, though the mountains be moved into the heart of the sea.
Come on now. Who did that?
Oh, though its water roars and foam, though the mountains tremble at its swelling. There is a river whose stream may glad the city of God, the holy habitation of the Most High. God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. Woo! God will help her when morning dawns. The nations rise. The nations rage. The kingdoms totter. He utters his voice. The earth melts. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. Come behold the works of the Lord, how he has brought desolations on the earth. He makes war cease to the end of the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the chariots with fire. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress.
Ashe, I love it.
Yes, and we was just literally talking about the waters.
Yes.
And this is like your toolkit. You feel me? And it's saying like God is our refuge and our strength. And that's why it is important, whatever you believe. But to have something to know that it's bigger than you.
Yes.
Something that you can rely on. Like when I am weak, God, you make me strong. Like pray for your strength. Like it just reminded me, like growing up in church, they'd be like, pray for my strength in the Lord. But like seriously, like you have to invoke like your birthright. Our birthright is our protection is our birthright.
Yeah.
And so in order to invoke that, you have to say the right things. You have to know how to call on your angels. You have to know how to cover your household in prayer, cover your children in prayer.
And we all doing the same thing.
Yeah.
We all literally is doing the same thing. What like somebody that's spiritual would say, okay, I manifest me having a good mind.
Right.
Prayer is manifesting.
Yeah.
You're praying something to happen.
It's
a manifestation. It's like we replaced it. That's where like
yes, all praises.
All praises to the Most High.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for that. That was awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay, so last thing in the spiritual toolkit, I had that. She said the journaling, but
that felt me. That got me feeling good.
Exactly.
I feel good.
So
it's not the wine. I feel good.
So I got a couple more things. It's like, all right, so we have the affirmation card.
Yes.
Me and Mia practice affirmation. We do the affirmation cards, but I feel like we should pull cards and maybe see what the message is for us.
So we're gonna end out on this, or
we can. I was thinking.
You got something else? Okay, well let's save this for last.
Yes,
and let's talk about our other things.
Yeah.
We just have a couple more things.
Yes.
So part of my toolkit. Y'all need to be up in my business like that.
I'm about to say, we did have a slippy time to eat about the kids, because the kids you ain't put their ass to sleep, they
Listen.
But anyways, my crystals, we talked about crystals. So crystals, these are my green crystals because I be in my bag, you know?
Yes, period.
So no, I have green crystals that I like to carry on me. And it just represents, I mean, one, crystals have vibrations, but we ain't gonna get into this in the episode because next episode we want you guys to tune in because we're gonna have a dope young lady on. She's like, she has a wellness and apothecary studio.
Okay.
And she does I think she does Reiki healing. I don't know all she does, but she will be on the Living Room Conversation next week. So tune in. She is gonna give you the stuff we're talking about. She's going to go in depth with a lot of things. She's gonna come with her toolkit. So you don't want to miss that.
And for everybody watching, or if you tune in, share this live with somebody. Because sharing is caring, and it's free to do that.
Yeah,
you already pay for your service. You feel me?
Facts.
These apps is free. Okay, come on now.
Share
because even if you can't use it, somebody else might be. And that's what I'm learning. Like her being on the cover is an opportunity that I presented, and it wasn't even no hate. Like when I wasn't mad. She got to. No. I was excited.
Mia asked me. She called me out of nowhere, and it was just. And I feel like it was. Sometimes things be destined.
No, because the person fell out and just boom. And I'm like.
And it aligned. Yeah. Actually, it aligned with the journey that I'm already on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like the Most High literally moved different pieces when I was
moving
talking
those
about
mountains.
And also the vase, the piecing of the vase. I'm literally at the last couple pieces of my vase. And I felt like that needed to align, and that was another puzzle that got put together. But even some things that my final piece is almost ready, and I've been working on it for over a year. You know, stay tuned, baby, because I got some stuff coming out. But I've been working on it for a year, and I now can see the vision. Everything fucking. It literally aligns to the things the next level I looked up there, right? Yeah. I trust the next chapter because I know the author. Yeah. And I got this in my house. I just looked up and I said the next part of my journey is time for me to reach the next step. But going into my spiritual toolkit, okay, I have this right here and I have my ancestors' money. I don't know if people don't understand that, but I feel like I still give back. It's like giving offerings. You go to church, you give offerings. I give offerings to the Most High. I give offerings to myself, but I also give offerings to, my ancestors, my spirit guides, the people that have protected me and have moved my journey along. Of course, myself, but I feel like if they weren't moving within me, I would have never moved to want to do these different things. And so I do got fake money, but I give offerings into the spiritual realm. And burning real money is disrespectful to me personally. But when you dematerialize different things, and you burn something that is superficial, that means you're not holding on to this physical world. That you are able to tap in and get back, saying, "I don't need that. You don't need this superficial world. I'm gonna give you everything of me, and that's my spirit, my time." So I burn ancestors' money, and I'm very intentional of what I'm burning it for. So if I'm accomplishing something, thank you. Here you go. Here you go. Because they see that I have gratitude. Practicing gratitude is part of my spiritual toolkit. For sure. Because without gratitude, I don't feel like I can appreciate the small things around me. Because if you don't appreciate the small things around you, you ain't gonna appreciate the big stuff that's already in the line with
and those small things, not only do small things, some of the best things come in small wins, but those small things add up.
It does.
And I feel like sometimes it's a test, because when you're going through it, when life is lifing, and it's but there's always goodness around you.
Yeah,
God is always good. So you have to focus on what is working. Because it doesn't matter how we are when things are going good. What really shows our character is when our whole world is flipped upside down, and we can still put a smile on our face. Yeah. We can still go encourage somebody. We can still be a beacon of hope, a beacon of light. Yeah. That's what really matters. Ooh, I just got chills.
Yes.
But that's what really matters. And through that, you find joy. You do. You can find joy putting a smile on somebody's face even though you're going through it. you know, and it's not about giving to them and not giving to yourself, but it's just showing like, God, I know that whatever I'm going through is so much bigger than me, and I'm gonna still be joyful. I'm gonna praise you through this. I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna claim victory. Like earlier today on the TV, it just kept flashing victory. Like you have to speak that into existence. You have to claim victory over your life, over whatever is not working for you. Like don't claim being broke. Claim that you abundant. Claim that, you know, money is ever flowing to you. Like you really have to shift your mindset.
You do.
Like you really do. And part of that is claiming like that Christ consciousness. Because you know.
Somebody come in.
Oh man. But
Come in.
yes, I'm gonna get back to the comments. She said always yes, focus on what is good when the storm is raging. Absolutely. It just made me think of a song. That one song, I don't know, but it's though the storm is raging in my life. It's hard to tell the land from shore or something. Yeah, that song. Old school gospel song, but yeah. But
so listening.
but yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and pull an affirmation.
Okay.
Why are they soliciting at 9:18?
It's late as hell.
Like anybody's door.
I'm thinking it's somebody else he talking about.
They not like
security.
You got a pop up guest.
Yeah, like listen, baby boy. Anyways.
Stay up. Okay. We about to have some fun after this.
So if you
I'm
are
ready to go home and get changed.
all right, so if you're on IG, on my IG, I see a couple people on my IG. If you want here, once you go to Latasha Shelton Facebook page, we do the after party on there, and that's where full production is at today. We had a little bit of a technical difficulties. I don't know if we did, but I'll have to watch the replay. But if you want to go to Facebook and check the after party, go to Latasha Shelton or Mia Crockett.
Yeah, I be doing the after party.
That's a last name, right?
Don't be putting black government like that. No,
sorry.
I prefer say that. That you got a hurt
Oh,
page.
go to my page. I forgot Mia.
But it's cool. No, you know what? It's cool. We're gonna pull our affirmation card.
All right, please, okay. I'm the police. Say that. All right, good. All right, you probably got to read both sides. Okay. Have an action. So read the one that doesn't have the action.
When you take a minute to slow down and breathe, it's easier to see the message. You feel me? And what did I say earlier?
That's for your card, right?
That's Mel Robbins.
And you gotta pull your.
So the action is place this card in environments where you tend to get stressed and need a reminder to slow down and breathe. So maybe that's something that someone can do. So we're kind of getting into like our tip of the day. So my tip of the day.
I'm gonna take 3 cards. You know how
and I got 3
tarot
right there.
Right. I pulled 3 cards.
Yeah.
You got the 3 on your chain.
I've been seeing 3 all week too.
Okay.
But that could be so a practical tip that someone can use is to write, breathe, get you a post-it note or a piece of paper. Yes. You know, if you got to be ghetto and some tape, whatever. Okay. Get you a post-it note and write, breathe on it and post it how many ever times you need to, wherever you need to. You know, your workspace. Exactly. You know, put it on your mirror, whatever. But yeah, so as a reminder to breathe, I like that.
So I pulled 3 cards by accident. And one of them say, don't let people pull you into their storm. Pull them to your peace.
Did she just say the storm was raging? Baby, come on.
Like alignment. Let's talk about it. So that's what I'm talking about when we
that's saying misery love company.
But also I want to like recognize the way we channel.
Yeah. All type of ways.
How like God comes through us.
All type of ways. Anything is
like
a tool.
We channel. Like me and me are kind of like we channel. Like we really be about
no,
that.
for
like,
real. What she put? Did she put the horns or the stars? Hey, the blow the trumpets.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all know we be cut though.
No, for real.
We so serious though.
So the action is master your inner peace so well till others are drawn to you. Serve them by teaching them how you did it.
Period.
Don't
come down to that level.
Baby,
make them come up and get it.
Exactly. You teach them how you did it, right?
Yeah.
Only they can respect the game.
Period.
So let's talk about the next one.
And the players gonna play and the haters gonna hate.
It says sometimes your joy is the source of your smile, but sometimes your smile can be the source of your joy. So your action is remember the last time you laughed until you cried. Feel those emotions again and notice how joyful you are right now just thinking about it. That's powerful.
Yeah.
Girl, we laughing now. You know, we find a joy in this, and we ain't cried yet, but just believe we can crack a tear. Okay, so this one says, take it easy, take it as it comes.
Okay.
I like this because I feel like
and
some of them
that goes back to the one that I read was said, "Be still and know that I am."
And it was still in scripture, so you see how we pull these affirmations, and it still aligns.
It still aligns with the message,
and
that's why you can't get caught up in the tool. You know, these are all tools. They're all tools,
and they're still
and when the message is the message, it's gonna message.
It's gonna
message. And it's gonna come. It may come to you through a friend. It may come to you through a commercial on TV. Yep. It may come to you through a song. It may come to you through a billboard. Okay, the liberal conversation.
Yeah, it's gonna come through, but
it's gonna come.
Somebody needed to hear this right now.
Yes, absolutely.
So the action for this one is our minds can only truly focus on the things at a time. So no matter how big the task takes, take it easy and take it as it comes.
Take it easy.
So I feel like that just resonates. I feel like it just literally brings the whole message into like a whole, you know, like it literally like solidified that it's very important to have a toolkit to be able to push you forward, for you to be able to tap into yourself. Right? So I say boss life. The reason why I scream boss life is because I say be obedient, serving self. Be built on self-success. And the only way you can be that is for you to really tap into you.
Yeah, facts.
And so that's why I say it's boss life. It's not about you becoming an entrepreneur. It's literally about you stepping up and becoming the leader of you. So, and I feel like people get
do
lost.
Your thing. You feel me? Do your thing.
Facts.
Period. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. We was definitely listening to a lot of Tupac for this.
Hey, listen, we about to go now.
No, we just about to go because we about to have fun. But no, like I almost feel like I want to leave in a prayer. Like,
let's go. I want to play my singing bowl. You feel like reaching over there?
Sure.
Okay. I feel like I want to play my singing bowl tonight because I feel like I am in that mood. She want to leave with a prayer. I feel like I need to light this Palo because, baby, we are in the energy.
We're in our element.
Let me tell you, it's been heavy, dark around the world. Storms.
In my life, you know, I go through. I mean, listen. When I already told y'all I had babies by demons and warlocks, baby. I wasn't playing.
She did.
I did, and listen, because I think it's important because, like, that's part of my story. Like, I just feel like my light it attracted some really dark souls.
Yeah.
And I'm navigating this world, co-parenting with these individuals. And it has not been easy.
Yeah.
Like, and that is part of, like, the biggest mental health issues I've had is because of these of it. You know what I mean? Like, for real. And so not only do I have to develop tools for my emotional wellness, I have to develop tools to deal with these type of difficult people, you know, because it's not easy. And if you're the first one, you know, that's gone through something like this, or maybe you're not, maybe you're the one who's like breaking that cycle and people, they don't know what information to give you because they couldn't master that. You know, so, like, some of it is, like, trial and error.
I agree.
You know, and I'm like, okay, like, I know certain people look, we got to keep the ain't no conversation,
It ain't.
or keeping it short, or I know, okay, I can't spend too much time around this person. Their energy gonna rub off on me, or certain things. Some people just avoid altogether.
Talk about it.
But like those are important things in your.
Keep talking, girl, because I'm like confirming.
But yeah, so let her get started with the whoa.
Okay, so I think that if you want to start a prayer,
Okay.
and as you go through the prayer, I feel like I want to play my singing bowl,
Okay.
just to seal in the energy.
Now I ain't never prayed. What she say, girl? I feel you. Listen, y'all, I ain't never prayed out loud in front of. Well, actually, I have. I think it was years ago. I posted a prayer on IG, but like this is listen. Okay, be easy on me.
No, it's okay, because I fuck up sometimes, and it's okay. We
like I was cool this whole show. Now I'm nervous. Like what the heck?
I can see it.
Yeah.
It's up.
I mean,
It's up to you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Do your thing.
So thank you, Most High. I come to you and just want to give you ultimate gratitude for us being able to come together for this conversation tonight. I ask that you bless everyone under the sound of my voice, under the sound of Tasha's voice. Give them the space to receive whatever message it is you have for them. Know that they can find strength in you. Know that whatever they're going through is for your glory. They will not be defeated. They are victors, and you will have the victory. Know that they are powerful. Know that they are courageous and strong. Give them peace within their mind. Give them peace within their spirit to navigate this journey that we call life. Know that they are not ever alone. Know that they can tap into the powers of their soul and their spirit to overcome whatever it is that they are going through, because it is bigger than them. I ask that you be with whoever needs this message. Make it find them in peace and love and clarity. May they hold on to whatever it is that they need. May they adapt tools within their life to overcome the lessons that have been brought before them, so that they can ascend to the next level, so that they can become all that you have created them to be in your name, in your image, in your consciousness. I ask that you continue to guide me and Tasha so that we may be the beacons and the vessels of light that we are. May you bind any spirit, any entity that is trying to come against us, trying to come against our message, trying to come against our platforms, trying to come against our minds, our spirits, our souls, our children. I ask that you bind them, let nothing form against us and prosper, because it is not meant to. It is only steps in our evolution, steps to bring us closer to who we are meant to be. So I ask going forward that you protect everyone under the sound of my voice. Give them strength to continue to make forward, doing what they need to do. Encourage them in your word and your spirit to do their own thing, to be their authentic self, and to tap into their abundance and to their birthrights. All these things we ask because we know that you are capable. We know that they are already done. We know that they are already ours, and all we have to do is align with them and accept them freely.
Amen.
Hey, my mind just drifted off to a whole other place.
I hope y'all feel the vibration.
But yeah, I'm about to break a sweat. Like,
I'm
for real. Like, I'm like, like my sweat, but
Okay, thank you guys for tuning into Living Room Conversation. We have a special guest next week, so we want you guys to go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to the Living Room Conversation YouTube channel. You can check me out at Latasha Shelton on my Facebook, Latasha Shelton _boss life on Instagram, and you can also check out my personal YouTube channel because right now your girl is gardening and listen, baby, we are on there making mistakes, but I do have a gardening vlog on there, and you can go to Boss Life TV. And so yeah, and Mia.
Mia Sharice on IG, and the Glow Up Gangsta, on YouTube and IG is my channels.
Okay, well, we will see you next week. Again, tune in because we have a special guest, and we're super excited about our special guest that's coming on the platform. So we'll see you guys next week. Peace out, Instagram. Peace out, Facebook. We'll see y'all on the app.